call.
Alderman Hodel.
Here.
Alderman Shipp.
Here.
Alderman Austin, absent. Alderman Clark.
Here.
Alderman Mayberry.
Here.
Alderman Foley.
Here.
Alderman Talanair.
Present.
Mayor Pauley.
Here. Call, please stand for the pledge, followed by the invocation by Alderman Clark.
Flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, dear Heavenly Father, for allowing us to meet tonight, allowing us to serve in this great city. We ask that you protect all the young people in our city and give them different ways to solve problems. We also thank you for all the strong women in the city of Rock Island. In your son's name we pray. Amen.
Okay, the minutes of the meeting of March 13th, 2017.
Motion to approve the minutes is proven.
Second.
The motion is second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion approved. Update Rock Island. Okay, the Rock Island County chapter of the NAACP has forums set in the month of March for the City of Rock Island Council candidates and for the Rock Island mayoral candidates. Forums will handle with scripted questions for the candidates that attend. The city strongly encourages residents to attend these two forums. The first will be on March 23rd from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. for city council candidates. The second forum will be Thursday, March 30th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. for the mayoral candidates. Both forums will be held at the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center located at 630 9th Street in Rock Island. The consolidated general election day for city and school board election officials is April 4th. This is right around the corner, so please remember to get out and vote. The polls will be open on election day from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., but early voting is available now through April 3rd. The county clerk's office will be open for early voting Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. For more information about candidates and voting locations, please contact the Rock Island County Clerk at 309-558-3571 or visit www.rockislandcounty.org. The United States Navy Concert Band will perform at Centennial Hall on Augustana College campus on Sunday, April 2nd at 2 o'clock p.m. A wide variety of music will be performed, including marches, patriotic selections, orchestral transcriptions, and a modern wind ensemble repertoire. The concert is free, but to avoid overfilling, tickets are required. Those wishing to get tickets may stop by the Augustana ticket office located at 3703 7th Avenue in Rock Island. Normal operating hours for the office is 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays. For more information, please call 309-794-7323. And I want to add one, too. I want to give our congratulations to the Augustana College men's basketball team. They went to the Division III national playoffs. I don't know if you saw any of the game, but it was a fantastic game. They came back from about 11 points down and only lost by 1 point. So they are second in the nation. They've got an extremely young team. They plan on being back for the next couple of years. So congratulations to the Augustana team. They bring fantastic recognition to the city of Rock Island. That's Update Rock Island for this week. Next, item number 7, claims. A.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding payment in the amount of $10,989.82 to Valley Construction of Rock Island, Illinois for an emergency storm sewer repair on 25th Avenue just west of 24th Street.
Motion to accept the report and authorize payments is recommended.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Hodel.
Aye.
Shipp.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Foley.
Aye.
Talanair.
Yes.
Motion approved. Item 8.
Claims for the week of March 10th through March 16th in the amount of $428,422.39 and payroll for the weeks of February 27th through March 12th in the amount of $1,468,506.45.
Motion to allow claims and payroll.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Hodel.
Aye.
Shipp.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Foley.
Aye.
Talanair.
Yes.
Motion approved. Item 9.
ACH payments for the month of February in the amount of $1,026,896.76.
Motion to approve HCH payments.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Hodel.
Aye.
Shipp.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Foley.
Aye.
Talon-Air.
Yes.
Motion approved. Item 10.
Purchase card claims for the period from January 28th through February 27th in the amount of $52,967.56.
Motion to approve purchase card claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Hodel.
Aye.
Shipp.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Foley.
Aye.
Talon-Air.
Motion approved. Item 11.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding the sale of city-owned property at 1923 and 1925 9th Avenue to the adjacent property owner for $1,043 plus closing costs.
Move to approve the purchase agreement as recommended, authorize the city manager to execute the contract documents, and consider suspend the rules and pass the ordinance.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments?
I'll just briefly say thank you to Lindsay for taking an interest in Rock Island. I know she's had her sights set on getting this property for a long time to improve her property next door, and I think it'll be a benefit to Rock Island, puts it back on the tax rolls, and I know will beautify the neighborhood. So thank you, Lindsay. I'm glad we finally got this done, too.
Right. Roll call.
Alderman Hodel.
Aye.
Shipp.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Foley.
Aye.
Talon-Air.
Yes.
Motion approved. Item 12.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding the lead-based paint hazard control grant application with the City of Moline.
Move to approve submission of the grant application as recommended and authorize the signing of the memorandum of understanding.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any questions or comments?
I'm happy to see this back on our docket here. I know we talked about this during our budget process at the beginning of this year. We were going to reapply for these funds. Obviously much needed here in our older communities to get this work done. So hopefully it goes through this year.
All right. Roll call.
Alderman Hodel.
Aye.
Shipp.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Foley.
Aye.
Talon-Air.
No.
Motion approved. Item 13.
Report from the city clerk regarding an application and resolution for River Action to hold a Ride the River bicycle ride on Sunday, June 18, 2017, from 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Motion to approve the event as recommended and adopt the resolution.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Hodel.
Aye.
Shipp.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Foley.
Aye.
Talon-Air.
Yes.
Motion approved. Okay, item 14, other business, council members.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this past week, we had a young lady, schools out, young lady, Bria Beal, that got an award that no one in the Quad Cities young girls have got. She won the Gatorade female player of the year from Rock Island High School.
Yeah. Great, and she's also up for 2 or 3 other awards if they
Correct.
go that way. She's a fantastic ball player. She's among the top 5 in the nation
Right.
for sophomores in high school.
Yeah, at her position,
And
yes.
she's bringing a lot of credibility, a lot of good publicity to the city of Rock Island.
She is.
And we hope to
Be
get her
commended.
here in front of the council in a few weeks also.
Right.
I have never seen so many college coaches in the stands, so that's always wonderful.
Well, they said every game she plays, there's at least 2 college coaches out there. So-
Division I.
And that's been since she's been in 7th grade. Right. Any other comments from council members?
I did want to have Chandler come up here for just a second. I have a couple clarifying questions about an action we took last week. I was actually emailed by a constituent. I think I cleared it up, but there was a rumor that started somewhere, or some concern that started somewhere, that we were with our budget transfer from the HUD money from 16 to 17, that was somehow a return of funds back to HUD and not moving funds from one budget to another. And I cleared that up for the individual, but I just wanted to give you an opportunity just to clarify that on the record. Another constituent from a different ward emailed me and basically with the question of, well, why was there unused funds? And to that I didn't really have a question, but I didn't know if that was anything you'd care to elaborate on from the work you inherited from your predecessor.
I shall do my best.
Okay.
We're dealing with 2 different funding calendars. if you will. We have the city funding calendar and we have the HUD funding calendar. And what we needed to do was actually push 2016 HUD funds into 2017 to continue some of the programs so that they weren't unused funds or unallocated funds. They were allocated, just weren't able to be used yet because we haven't gotten to some of the expenses for those funds. So it wasn't, they're not going back to HUD or anything of the sort. It's just being pushed into our 2017 calendar year.
Great.
That's pretty much all it was.
Just wanted to clarify for the record. I think I took care of what I had to do, but having a second email come in and just I didn't know how widespread the confusion was or what the source of it was, but at some point someone was saying that the money was going back, and I did my best to say that's really not what's happening in reality, so
No.
just putting the facts out there. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Any other comments from anybody? Okay, hearing none, we have one person signed up to speak. Donna Evans. Okay, just a minute. Okay, pull that down a little bit so they'll be able to hear you. A little bit more, a little bit more. Okay, now I need your name and the city you reside in.
Okay, my name is Donna Evans, and I'm from Coal Valley
Okay.
now.
Okay, you have 5 minutes.
All right, and I do have copies of the paper that I'm speaking from tonight because there's a
Order
few...
and Towel, come out and get them.
Okay. Thank you. And thank you, folks, for listening to me tonight. I'm here to make a proposal to you as the council and seek your approval. I'm here tonight with my husband and granddaughter and a couple family members in the back. And the purpose of my presentation is to propose providing a security camera for placement focusing along the riverfront and water's edge. The background is my son drowned April 29th of 2015 in the slough between the Arsenal Peninsula and the Rock Island east of the boat dock. And that brought an awareness to me, thank you, of what it takes to solve the death of an undetermined cause. In attempting to determine what happened down near the river's edge, the police department did attempt to use footage from various businesses nearby, including on the buses. However, of course, none of them are focused on the river's front because that's not their charter. And so that left them with no other evidence to point specifically at anyone and no witnesses, left them unable to determine what had happened in my son's situation. A very large frustration to us, of course. So I thought I need to do something to make Sam's death pay off for somebody else, to make it worth something. And so here's my proposal. Each of the Quad Cities benefits from the treasure we have on the river. Of course, I think it's wonderful the way things have turned around down there and that there's so much accessible to the public and inviting the public. However, of course, at the same time, it's a liability to the city, and I realize that. So we can realize we can make a difference for the next family who suffers a similar loss for the police department and for the good reputation of the city of Rock Island by working with you folks and having a camera installed at that location that would give good visibility of the slough area. It's a obvious attractor, not necessarily in a good way after dark on a nice summer's evening. And we believe that would also be helpful in solving less serious crimes that occur in the area, and just having it there would be a deterrent to some petty thieves, I believe, and unwanted activity. So that would make the location a more family-friendly environment, as we would all, of course, like it to remain. We further hope that the installation of one camera would potentially lead to the installation of others along the river's edge. I think all across Rock Island and Moline, we could benefit from more surveillance, more video surveillance. So, in summary, I have worked with the Tri-City Electric point of contact, my effort was to get a budgetary estimate to determine a ballpark figure for the project costs. But here is the best part for the city. He was not able, by the way, to come up with a solid cost because he felt there were too many things, too many unknowns in the way of putting pen to paper on the subject of writing an estimate, but he did give me some figures out of the top of his head. But here's the best part for the city. My proposal is that if I get approval from you folks to move forward with this project, that between myself and working with the Quad City Missing Person Network personnel, that I will do the fundraising. My family will be called upon as they sit here, they're hearing this, and friends, and I'm going to do everything I can to generate all the funds necessary to provide the initial cost for the location of the camera and at least the first year's maintenance of the camera, so that it's our gift to the city of Rock Island, someplace for you to start. You know, like I said, hopefully that'll lead to more cameras. So that is what I'm looking for, is to seek approval to begin what I need to do to work with you folks, whoever, the city engineers, the attorney, whomever I need to work out the logistics of where to place a camera, how to connect a camera, whether you would be able to accept a camera, and whether then the feeds can be connected to the police department. As I understand, they already have other surveillance cameras feeding in. This would just be one more. We're calling calling this project SAM, in honor of my son, Secure Along the Mississippi. And isn't that the goal of all of us? So I see this project as being complementary to all the great changes along the river in recent years, and a safe and healthy riverfront benefits all of us.
Okay.
Thank you.
What we'll do is we'll give this to our city manager and city attorney for review, and then they can contact you with whatever we decide we can do.
That's wonderful. I appreciate that. Now, the next page, actually it's 2 pages back to back, give you more detail of what I've looked at, what I've considered, what I've been able to find out. And so hopefully that will help the city attorney understand that I'm not just throwing wishes out there, that I actually put some homework into it.
I think you're quite sincere.
Thank you. And I also think it would be a great benefit based on research that I did, and I hope this can be approved.
Well, I wanted to say thank you for coming, and
Thank you.
I'm sorry for your son's loss, and I admire you for what you're doing, and finding a cause and positivity in it. And I certainly think it sounds like a great idea, and especially if you're going to fundraise. And I think it's something. Well, obviously we have to look into things, I'm sure, as far as getting the feedback to the police department, whether we have fiber there. There's a lot of things that we'll have to go into it.
Understand
that.
But
I mean, I see no reason why this body isn't going to be supportive of working with you to try to achieve that.
I appreciate that. Is there any way that you could guess when I might hear an answer back, or?
No, we have to do the due diligence.
Yeah, understand
I would love
that.
if I could tell you the answer, but I really can't. What we'll do is the city manager can work on it, and then hopefully give us a timeline that we can be able to review the issue. And
Wonderful.
what we would probably do is come back on a study session and invite you to the study session, and we would review the whole thing then.
All right, that's wonderful. My name and contact information is on the bottom of the page.
Ms. Evans, I just want to say I had the pleasure of knowing your son for a brief moment in time a few years back. He lived in the 6th Ward for some time, and he happened to be walking by one day when I was working out in my garden in the backyard, and came in to my space and asked if he could just see what I was doing, and we had a really wonderful conversation. And at the end of it, he said, you work so hard in your garden, you've got all these beautiful things to look at, but you have no bench. And I have a bench, and I'd like to give it to you, and I still have that bench, and I'll never forget that. Just chance meeting with him, I think that was the last time I saw him, and I was very, very sad when he passed away. So,
Well, thank you for saying that, and that just gives you a little glimpse into the person that we'd like to memorialize and the kind of person that your city lost.
Say thank you for coming and speaking with us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate all your kindness. Thank you.
you'll hear from us in a couple weeks here. You'll get a response.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, that was all we had. We already had our executive session, so we need a motion to recess till 5:30 p.m. on Monday, April 3rd, 2017.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We're adjourned. He said he was gone.
I'm gonna go.
Total Info Sports.